And we have big news tonight for Cleveland. A presidential debate will be happening here in our city.
The word came down late this afternoon. 2 months from this Wednesday, the first face-off between President Donald Trump and former Vice President Joe Biden takes place at Case Western. Lynna Lai now on what it means for us and the entire state.
The saying goes, the road to the White House runs through Ohio, and now Cleveland is the first major stop as host of the first presidential debate September 29th.
The interest level will be especially high.
University of Akron political science professor Dave Cohen expects potential record viewership.
The most interesting thing, though, will be the actual debate when Trump and Biden get to size each other up. Is Biden, even though he was vice president, is he going to look presidential? And that's going to be the big question that everybody's going to be asking.
Case Western Reserve University and the Cleveland Clinic will host the event at the Sampson Pavilion on their health education campus. The clinic will decide health measures like disinfecting, seating, and audience size, if there's even an audience at all. The debate will run 90 minutes from 9 to 10:30 with no commercials and a single moderator. The last time Cleveland hosted a U.S. presidential debate was in 1980 when Ronald Reagan delivered some of his most memorable lines against Jimmy Carter in public auditorium.
I believe that there is a fundamental difference, and I think it has been evident in most of the answers that Mr. Carter has given tonight.
Over the years, Cleveland's hosted a Democratic presidential debate, Clinton versus Obama in 2008, Cheney-Edwards in the vice presidential debate in 2004, and the Republican debate in 2015. It's true that no Republican has ever won the White House without winning Ohio.
It is, without a doubt, still a swing state, and I think 2020 will prove that.
As Ohio goes, so goes the nation, it's often said, but not before going through Cleveland first. The Commission on Presidential Debates will announce a moderator in September. The University of Notre Dame was the original host, but withdrew, citing coronavirus concerns. And because of the pandemic, we know there will be lots of restrictions. So what economic impact the debate will even have on Cleveland is not clear. And Russ, Case, and the clinic will talk about hosting the event tomorrow.
And the University of Michigan backed out last month, but hey, we will take it. All right, Lynna.
We will.
All right, Lynna. Thank you.